our way to the airport. Goodbye, Croatia, and hello, Turkey. We're so excited to go to Turkey. We have never been there. It's been at the top of our list for so long. So we'll have an entire 3 months in Turkey. We'll have a rental car, and we will be exploring as much as we possibly can. We're very excited. It's only a 2-hour flight here from Zagreb. For once, we're not doing too bad on time this morning, so let's make our way to the airport. Rental car return. Gate should just come up. Oh, there we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Give your headphones? One of our bags is missing, the one with like almost all of our clothes. So Ryan's trying to figure out if he can get somebody to find out where it is, and in the meantime I'm trying to get connected to Wi-Fi so that I can check the air tag that I have in the bag, find out exactly where it went. After waiting for like 45 minutes, we finally have the bag. So now we're just trying to get connected to Wi-Fi so we can install our eSIMs. Luckily, both the kids fell asleep. They've been rotten all morning, crying the entire flight. Isla screamed through the airport, throwing herself on the ground, screamed through customs. It was just a mess. So then we've been waiting here for probably like 45 minutes for the bag. Luckily, it finally came out, like well after all of the other bags stopped coming out. There comes our bag, so.
Not done yet.
So we're finally in the rental car. It definitely was not a fun experience. I don't think we've ever had like a good experience picking up a rental car. There's always some kind of like miscommunication, or it takes extra long for some reason. There was a little bit of confusion with the language barrier as to how many kilometers we were getting on this car. I thought I saw something when I reserved it that said we got 3,000 kilometers per month, and we have this car for 2 months, so I assumed it was 6,000 kilometers. But then the man said something about only 3,000, and I was like, well, that's not gonna cut it. So Ryan was trying to ask him how much over per kilometer it was, and then he ended up just saying it's open, it's free kilometers. So I looked over all the paperwork, and it doesn't say anywhere that we're limited on mileage. So I think we're good. From what he said, it's open mileage. I don't know what he was talking about with 3,000 kilometers. I'm not sure. We didn't rent the smallest car. We rented the next size up. So it's a compact economy car. It's a Dacia Sandero, and it's very small. I mean, we've driven small cars since we've been in Europe. We had a Volkswagen Golf, and then we had a Suzuki Vitara, which was a little bit bigger, but it's still really hard to fit all our stuff in the car. So that took some time, getting the car seats in, fitting all this stuff, trying to rearrange things, especially with the stroller. It was a little tough, but we did it. And then another thing was that the car was empty. So I guess we returned it on empty as well. I've never had a rental car that we picked up that didn't have gas in it already. But luckily, right when we got out of the parking garage, there was a little gas station, so we stopped there, where we met the sweetest guy. I love this place already. The people are so nice. He was so sweet. He was like, welcome to our country. How are you? Are you doing good? And then while he filled up our gas, he brought us 2 cups of Turkish tea, piping hot. It was so nice of him. It's really just starting off our time here in Turkey on a good note, since we had such a hectic travel day with the kids screaming, crying, and then thinking we lost the baggage, and it just took us forever to get out of the airport. We're definitely feeling a little down after everything that happened today. Very stressed, and we were kind of starting to snap at each other, and everybody was grumpy and in a bad mood. But that man really just lifted my spirits. I think he lifted Ryan's spirits as well. We're feeling better. We're on the road. We have about 2 hours till we get to Bursa, which is where we're staying first. So let's get on our way. So good. Miss Freshy Pants Isla has discovered how to unbuckle herself in her seat. So she unbuckled on the highway, so we had to pull off at a rest station, and we pulled off, and I buckled her back in, and I explained to her how dangerous it is. And looks like we're gonna treat ourselves, because there's a Starbucks here. So this day just keeps getting better. Would have been even better if it was a Dunkin'.
It was funny, when we were in the airport, we were walking through, and I saw the orange letters for like Dunkin', so it was like DU, and it was kind of cut off from my view. Turns out it was just a duty-free store. He
got so excited, he's like, I see a Dunkin'. So I'm like, no way is there a Dunkin's in the Istanbul airport. It was just duty-free, but it was the same colors. Ryan ran in to grab us some Starbucks. I'm sure it's not the exact same as in the US. The menu's probably different. They probably don't have all the same things, but still very excited to have some coffee. And what I've noticed since we've been driving so far is that there are a lot of terrible drivers here. I guess the traffic culture here is just not good. People speeding, nobody uses a blinker, cutting you off. We saw a bus when we first got on the highway just cross all the lanes of traffic to go hit an exit without a blinker, almost hit multiple cars. Ryan said he also saw signs for the speed limit. He said it's a lot higher than usual, like 90 miles an hour or something like that. There's even a little sign in the car saying traffic culture is not with the laws, it grows with respect. Ryan said it looks like all the drivers are drunk, was his exact words. People weaving in and out of lanes and just driving erratically. So it's a little nerve-wracking. And also, to make a note, we stopped off at a little store off the highway to get some water because we didn't have any. 30 cents. Only 30 cents. So, pretty cheap. I thought water was cheap back in Bosnia when we got it for like 70 cents, but giant bottle of water, 30 cents here. And that's still in Istanbul, right off the highway, so it's probably even cheaper if you go to like the smaller towns or maybe away from the city centers and away from the highways. So
2 for the price of 1.
No.
218 lira, which equates to about roughly $7-ish.
No way.
So yeah.
Awesome. Iced venti latte with blonde espresso. They do have coffee from home.
It's clearly on fire.
Something that there's a fire.
It's a tree on fire.
Something on fire. nice here. The host in this Airbnb is super nice. He didn't speak a lot of English, but he took Isla's hand and was walking with her and was tickling the baby and showed us around this place. It's awesome, by the way. It's huge. It's a duplex, so we have all of this space, a big living room. We have a washing machine. They left free snacks, waters. And we have a crib. We have a bathroom. Decent sized shower. We had a little trouble finding the parking. When we drove by, there was some street parking, but it was all full, and it's a really narrow road where only one car can fit. So I messaged him on WhatsApp and was like, hey, where do we park? And he said, there's a parking lot here. And I didn't see one. So we drove all the way around, and he sent me a message saying, there's a parking lot in the garden. So we found this little area next to, hi buddy. We found this little area next to the building that was like a grassy area, so we assumed that was like the little garden area. So we parked there, and he came running around the corner. He's like, no, not here. And he led us all the way around to the back of the building, down this little road. So we have a little spot out front, right in front of the building, which is great. And Isla's already eating a chocolate cake. They left a bunch of snacks in a bowl on the table. So she's already digging into the chocolate cake. And Buddy's crawling all over the place, huh? Buddy's exploring. And Ryan's getting all the stuff out of the car. So we have 3 days here in Bursa. We're not 100% sure what we're gonna do. We looked up a few things. We're definitely gonna try to go around and walk. So I think we're gonna unpack some of our stuff, get settled here, and probably hit the hay for the night. It's already 6 o'clock, so we'll see you tomorrow when we explore Bursa.